Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. It is going to be my monthly makeup roundup for the month of September. This video is coming late. I know we are already in mid-October, but I just feel so behind on life as I have all of 2021. I have not too much to review for you guys today. I have a couple of makeup products. I haven't been testing out too much new makeup. I haven't been bringing a ton of new makeup into my collection. At least I don't feel like I have, but I also have been sent a few things recently, so now I'm like testing a lot. So hopefully next month I'll have more makeup to share with you guys. But I also have some skincare to give my quick thoughts on, as well as some fragrances as well. So if you guys are interested in the products I've been testing out over the course of the last month or so, as well as my thoughts and review on them, stay tuned. First, if you've yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project planning content, or you just like to chit chat about makeup, I would love if you would consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. All right guys, I am mid self tan, so I have like color guard on all over me. My hands look crazy. I feel like my hands have not looked this crazy in a long time, and I'm sure like we are like 18,000 different shades of whatever right now, so please don't judge my self tan. That's a disclaimer just always on this channel, but I feel like I haven't given it in a while. So anyway, I'm going to start with the non-makeup products, and if you just want my review on makeup products, I will leave a timestamp. I have some Dr. Dennis Gross skincare. I have some Josie Maron First Aid Beauty. I have the Skylar Beauty fragrances to give my thoughts on. I also have a couple of different foundations. I have the Clinique Even Better Clinical Foundation, as well as the new YSL Bare Tint, and just a couple other random drugstore products. So let's just jump right in. Let's jump into fragrance first, because I obviously just have the one. So I got a super generous PR package from Skylar Clean Beauty. I want to say they're new to Sephora. I could be wrong on that, but they did send over their Discovery fragrance kit, which came with 5 of their fragrances, and then they also sent over 3 full size of their fragrances, which I already kind of gave my review in my makeup rehab update, my most recent makeup rehab update. If you're interested in seeing that, I'll link that down below as well. But in case you missed that, I just wanted to come back and give just kind of like more thoughts on this. So the 3 full size that I have are the Pink Canyon, which I'm terrible at describing scents, and actually this is kind of the fragrance I want to go for today. Oh, it smells so good. I'm really bad at describing scents. I should have brought over the thing. Pink Canyon, no, I'm not even going to try and describe. I have Pink Canyon, Island Escape, as well as Vanilla Sky. Vanilla Sky is my current favorite go-to for the fall time. I will say in terms of like longevity of wear, it's not like my most long-lasting fragrance, but I do feel like it lasts on the skin a decent amount of time. I like that most of them are a little bit more of like a lighter scent, so if you're super sensitive to scents and you feel like you have to avoid a lot of perfumes just because they can be too much, I'm thinking of like Tom Ford fragrances. They tend to be just like so extreme. These are a little bit lighter, and I feel like you would have a better time with them, again, if you're like super sensitive to scents but still like to wear a fragrance. And I've been really impressed with them. I am so happy with them. And if you guys have any questions about like my thoughts on any of the fragrances, my recommendations, leave me a comment below and I will get back to you. But I just wanted to come back and give my quick review on that. Okay, I have a bunch of skincare that I have been sent over recently within the last, I would say, like 2 months. So first up, from First Aid Beauty, I have their new, I think new, Pure Skin Deep Cleanser with Red Clay. This is supposed to help remove excess oil, unclog pores, and purify the skin. I get nervous about purifying cleansers just because I do tend to have drier skin, but what I love about all of First Aid Beauty products is that they are made for sensitive skin. So I have found this to be super gentle still on my skin, while doing a really nice job of still cleaning my skin. This is something I could use in the morning or the nighttime. I do really enjoy using this at night because I do feel like it does a really nice job of really scrubbing off all of my makeup for the day. So I do really enjoy using this one at night, but it is gentle enough for me that I can use it in the morning as well. And when I say gentle, I don't want you to think it's like a super gentle cleanser, because like I said, it does a really nice job of really getting in the skin, getting all of the makeup off, but still not like stripping the skin. Sometimes a purifying cleanser, I just think of like almost like your skin squeaks. It's like squeaky clean, but sometimes if you're a dry skin girl, like that just doesn't sound like the best time because that can really dry out your skin. But I've been super impressed with this. This is definitely something I would consider repurchasing in the future. I have so many cleansers currently to get through, and obviously this is brand new. I have quite a bit of this left. I have been testing this for the last couple of weeks. It's not brand new, but this is something when I finish this, I definitely would repurchase that. e.l.f. also sent over their new, what is it? They sent over this full PR package, but I've only been testing out the one product from this. I will have my further thoughts on the rest of these products, hopefully in my next makeup monthly roundup, but their Holy Hydration Hydro Gel Moisturizer, I have been so impressed with. I love using this in the morning because it is a gel-based moisturizer, so it's lighter on the skin and sinks in quicker, but it is still so moisturizing, and I have been such a huge fan of this. Sometimes I can be a little bit of a snob when it comes to both makeup and skincare, so I was a little bit hesitant to try drugstore skincare, but this is really good, and I would definitely recommend checking that out if you're looking for a good drugstore or even high-end like moisturizer. This, I'm like, shoot, I do not need to be paying these like astronomical prices for high-end moisturizers because this is so good. Granted, I do have so many current moisturizers in my collection to get through. I shouldn't need to be buying any in the near future, but in the future, I just think this is just as good as many of the high-end moisturizers that I've tried, so I would definitely recommend that one. And then speaking of moisturizers, I have been such a fan, this is a higher end one obviously, of the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Face Butter. This is ultra hydrating, and I use this just about every single night. I definitely will be using this every single night as we reach the very cold months in Minnesota. It's been a really still warm fall, but we know that the cold winter looms ahead of us, so I will definitely be using this all winter long. I'm almost out of my Tarte Dewy Skin Cream, which I love in the evening time as well. I'll probably pick up a replacement of that during the Sephora VIB sale just because I like to treat myself to one Tarte Dewy Skin Cream a year, and it's usually during the Sephora VIB sale. But this is almost even more hydrating and rich than the Tarte Dewy Skin Cream, so if you have super dry skin, I think you would be a really big fan of this. Dr. Dennis Gross also sent over quite a bit, I think 5 products from his skincare line. He recently, I think, launched a new line, and I have 2 products that I'm ready to review. I have a couple others that I'm still testing out. I have the Overnight Wrinkle Treatment, which I have really been enjoying. This has made a huge difference in my skin. Just feeling a lot smoother and also being a lot clearer. I was dealing with a ton of chin acne, and I have stopped using a vitamin C in my skincare routine, which I think has also helped, but I'm still eating the same amount of like cheese and dairy, which usually leads to my chin acne, and I haven't been having as many issues. I do wear a mask at work, and I've noticed that my like maskne isn't nearly as bad as it used to be. So I've been super impressed with this. This is really intense, and I do only use this one time a week in the evening time, and I will say usually when I use this, I try and use minimal skincare, like I try and have a minimal skincare routine, because I have noticed that this can pill if I layer it or pair it with too many other skincare products, but I've been really impressed with that. And then I also have the Triple Correction Eye Serum, which I use every single night, and I've been a huge fan of this as well. I recently replaced my Apple Watch, so I have a new Apple Watch. I've been using it to track my sleep, and I have been horrified to find that I average, like, not even kidding, a good night of sleep is me getting 5 hours of sleep. It's been so eye-opening, because if you would have asked me how much sleep I get at night, I would have said like 6.5 hours on a bad night, 7 to 8 on a good day. I have not slept more than like 5.5 to 6 hours the entire time that I've had my Apple Watch, which is going on 3 weeks now, which is just so horrifying. I need to get better about sleeping, but this I wear every single night, and I notice that I just feel like my under eyes feel a little bit tighter. I feel like my makeup and concealer is laying a little bit more smoothly underneath my eyes, and I also feel like I'm not noticing any sort of like puffiness or dark circles. So I've been a huge fan of this. This is definitely something I would consider picking up again. I don't know how to pronounce this brand's name, but I know that they're very expensive. Is it Sowasu? I'm not sure. This is their First Care Activating Serum. This is the tiniest thing ever. Like, what can I compare it to? Well, here, let me just compare this to the First Aid Beauty Cleanser. If you know what the First Aid Beauty Cleanser sizes are, I know they're larger, but like this is so tiny. So this is the First Care Activating Serum, and this is supposed to be something that you put on before you put on like the rest of your serums. It is really nice. It feels really hydrating, but I believe this tiny little bottle, which you're getting 0.27 fluid ounces, I believe this retails for like $80 or $88. So for me, I personally would not repurchase this with my own money. They did send this to me. Again, I think it's really nice. I just personally don't think it's worth $88. Like, that is just astronomical and not worth it in my opinion. The last product that is not makeup related that I wanted to talk about is a nail product that I actually started testing. I started using this brand in May, and I've gone back and forth on using their products versus like painting my nails, and it's the Dashing Diva like nail stickers. I have them on my nails right now. I'm super embarrassed by my self tan, but I have them on my nails right now, and they're essentially just like a gel nail sticker that you stick onto your nail, and then as long as your nail like is like completely dry, it doesn't have anything on it, it just sticks right on. You file it down, so you file off the rest of the sticker that obviously isn't stuck to your nail, or clip it off, whatever you want to do, and then you have a manicure. And there's like cute little like designs. They have so many different options. I'll link them below. I get mine at either Target or Ulta. And what I love about these is, so I work in a job where my nails chip literally the day after I do them. These do not chip, and these last like a good 2 weeks before like there's any sign of them coming off. And then they also just peel right off. They don't damage my nails. They're super nice. I will say, like, sometimes if I'm not patient, I have had issues with them not sticking in the way that I want. So I've had a couple of times where I'm like, wasn't a huge fan of the way that these turned out. But overall, for the most part, I've been a huge fan of them. I believe it's $7.99. They have two different options. They have one that are just like a solid color, which I think are $4.99. And then the ones that come with like a couple of different colors and some designs, I want to say are $6 or $7.99. And sometimes, my street is always so loud, sometimes they're buy one get one half off at Ulta, so definitely look for a sale. But I am a huge fan, especially if you're not into like getting your nails done, which I'm not, or if you have issues with your nail polish chipping. I have been a huge fan of the Dashing Divas. Okay, so now getting into just the few makeup products that I have. Again, I haven't been purchasing a lot of makeup. I'm saving up, trying to save my Makeup Rehab beauty bank. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'll link my Makeup Rehab series. Trying to save my beauty bank up for the Sephora VIB sale. But my sister is currently subscribed to BoxyCharm, so sometimes we'll do our makeup trades, and she's gotten quite a few items in BoxyCharm. I think the only item that I currently have from our last trade is the Tarte C Glotion. And I thought this was just going to be like a moisturizer, which it is. It's a skin perfector. I don't use this as a primer, but I will use this as a face moisturizer in place of a primer on days that I am not wearing makeup, because it is a lot glowier than I expected. Again, I have such a bad self tan on my hand. So here it is right here. And then I will obviously just like blend it out. It's really, really pretty. Like, it does add a really beautiful glow to the skin. It also adds a little bit of color to the skin. It reminds me a little bit, but not really, of the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy drops. Like, the Drunk Elephant definitely adds more pigmentation to the skin, but this does add a little bit of something something. And I do feel like it kind of just evens the skin out. It doesn't like blur, but it just kind of evens the skin out, makes you look like you have just like a little bit more of a perfected face. And I've actually been a huge fan of this. I am not like 100% sold that I would repurchase this, just because I don't want to come on all the time and be like, yep, I 100% know I would repurchase this. This is something though I would consider repurchasing, especially next like spring, summer. Like, if I finish this in January, February, it's not something I would immediately go and repurchase. But come next spring, summer, I could definitely see myself repurchasing this, just because I think it's so beautiful. I also think this would be really beautiful on like the shoulders, just for a glow in the summer, and I actually have been really impressed with this. Like I said in the intro, I have 2 foundations that I picked up during the, like when they were on sale at Sephora for 20% off. So I have the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. I had been wanting to try this for so long, especially after I heard Jamie Page raving about this, and I am so mad at myself for waiting so long to pick this up. I have mine in the shade CN70 Vanilla, which is a good match for me when I do have a self-tan. This is incredible because it is so thin and lightweight on the skin. It honestly feels like nothing on the skin, but it is so beautiful and it has such a good lasting power and good coverage. I would say it's like a medium, a solid medium coverage, but it feels like nothing on the skin, and it just gives like the healthiest finish to the skin. It's very skin-like and it has such a good lasting power. I would say like 8 to 10 hours, even if I wear this at work with my mask. I love the way that it looks when I take my mask off. It's not something where I'm like embarrassed like my whole mouth has washed away or wiped away. I just think it's so beautiful, and I'm super, super impressed and happy with this one. And then I'm also a little disappointed I didn't pick this up right when it released, so I could have gotten more use out of this at the tail end of the summer. This is the new YSL New Bare Look Tint, and this is also really beautiful if you're looking for a light coverage skin tint. This offers a little bit more coverage than like your average tinted moisturizer, but it's not going to be like a medium coverage either. I think it's so beautiful. Again, gives a really natural skin-like finish to the skin. I have mine in the shade 8, which again is a really good shade for me when I have a self-tan, and I think this is absolutely stunning as well. I'm trying to get better about not saying I would repurchase things until I'm at least like halfway through or 3/4 of the way through, because as I have continued my journey of project panning, there's like a lot of items that I know I'm like, oh, I would for sure repurchase this, and then I project pan them and I'm like, like this was good, but I'm kind of over it. So far I've been really impressed with those. I would recommend them. Would I repurchase them? I'm not sure yet. I've also been testing out this new, I think new-ish, not super new, but it's the NYX Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint. This is a blush mousse, and I have mine in the shade Nude, which I really love. I think this is such a beautiful shade. It is more of a matte blush, which I've been loving a glowier cheek, but sometimes I'll layer this with like a glowier blush, blush topper, like my Smashbox blush topper, which I love. Here it is right there, sheared out. You can definitely really shear this out, or you can build the pigment up, which I love. It is, again, more of a matte finish, but it does dry down and last a really good amount of time, especially for a liquid / cream blush. I've been super impressed with this, especially for a drugstore alternative. I know there's so many cream and liquid blushes on the market today, and I think this is a really nice one from the drugstore. I haven't tried a ton of drugstore, but I've been really impressed with that. 2 more products left. From Milani, I have the Glow Drops Radiant Boosting Serum. I picked this up in preparation for a new Splurge or Save. If you guys want to see any of my previous Splurge or Save videos, I have 2 of them, which I'll leave linked below. But I had heard that this was a good dupe for either the Glow Recipe Niacinamide, like watermelon glow drops, or the Glossier, what is it? I finished it this year. The Glossier, I'm blanking on the name. I do think it's really similar to this Glossier product, which I'll post right here. But it is, I think, a little bit less. I still want to say I still paid like $19.99 for this, which is kind of expensive. But it does offer a really beautiful glow to the skin. I think that this would work really well with mixing in. This is nice for mixing in with more mattifying foundations. Like I mixed this with my Too Faced Peach Perfect, and I like the way that those two mix. Or again, if I'm not wearing makeup and I just want to add a glow to the skin, I also really enjoy this for that. I wouldn't say this is like a necessary step to anyone's makeup routine. This does offer a nice tack to the skin as well. So if you're looking for like a glowy primer, I do think that this would make a good like glowy primer alternative. So I've been liking this. I don't think I would repurchase this when I finish, just because it's not something that I feel like is personally a necessity to my personal makeup routine, but I still think it's nice, and I'm excited to share more thoughts on that in my Splurge or Save video. And then the last product I have to review is this lip oil from KAB, or do they say CAB? I'm not sure. I think this is one of the like Real Housewives of Jersey's. Don't quote me on that. I don't watch that like I love Real Housewives of Dallas, which unfortunately was canceled. But I think it's someone to do with the show, maybe a daughter. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This lip oil I got from Glossy Box. They sent over a Glossy Box, their birthday Glossy Box, and this is where I got that in. This is so freaking nice, you guys. Such a good lip oil. I know you can get this brand at Walmart. I think it is relatively more expensive. I'm not 100% certain on the price of this. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the clearance lip oils, which I know are expensive. They're definitely my #1 lip oil. This might be my #2. I'm a bit of a lip balm, lip oil snob. Like a little bit of a snob. Living in Minnesota, you do try a lot of chapsticks, lip balms, lip oils, etc. This, I do love the Kopari. The Kopari is like my go-to in the car. Make the lips luscious, but this is so good too. I've been using this a lot as I've been like getting ready in the morning. I just toss like a lip oil on my lips and I use this all the time. This is gonna be really nice. It's gonna be a savior for the winter time, and this I can pretty much say with full certainty I would repurchase. It's a really nice lip oil if you're in a Walmart and looking for a good lip oil. Highly recommend checking this out. I have mine in the shade Juicy Melon, which looks purple in the tube, but I just put it on my lips and you can obviously tell it really just goes on like a clear lip oil. So yeah, other than that though, that is gonna wrap it up for today's Makeup Monthly rehaul. What do we want to call it? Faves, fails, whatever. Just reviewing all the things that I've been trying, mostly throughout the month of September. I keep saying I hope I wear makeup more in October, but who knows? I'm not going to make any promises to myself because I keep not fulfilling those promises. Anyway, I would love to know, what have you guys been recently testing out, trying? What have you been loving? What have you been hating? Let me know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel, as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!